and empowerment. I am going to be doing some free and paid readings for you guys today. If you're interested in a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. If you're making a payment for one of the readings, make sure that you're making that payment and then coming back and tell me how many cards you paid for, please. I'll just plug this in real quick while I'm waiting on people to get on here. Maybe I will keep it down there. I think I liked it better closer. Just waiting on you guys to let me know if you're wanting a reading. Again, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Everybody must be eating dinner right now. Where's everybody at? Osama, hi, how are you doing, honey? Are you wanting a reading? There is no topic. I am doing free and paid readings. So if you want a reading, all you have to do is put your name into the comments. 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure, guys, if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings, that you're making that payment and then coming back and tell me how many cards you paid for. But 2 cards are free. Really? I'm not going to answer that question. Oh my goodness, too funny. You guys are too much. Guys, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Put your name into the comments if you're wanting a reading. Osama, you want a reading, hun? Okay, I got you. Amira, I am Amira. I liked, has the spirit been watching me? If so, why? Has the spirit been watching me? If so, why? Okay, guys, I'm not taking questions unless you're paying for a reading. However, if you're still wanting a reading, I got you. I've got Osama and Mira. Not answering questions, guys. It's what Spirit wants to tell you. Osama, this is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to, please, for Osama? Thank you. What messages do you have for Osama, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from Spirit or higher self, please, for Osama? What messages do you have for Osama, please? Am I supposed to take that? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from Spirit or higher self. Do you know about... No, I do not know what that is. IP at TV. No, I'm not sure what that is, hon. What messages do you have for Osama, please? So there's some things that's going on in your life right now that you're going to need to be capable of adjusting to. For whatever reason, I feel like there's some pretty big moves, maybe a big decision that you have to make right now. This could have to do with something that has to do with your finances, because I am seeing like there's like some sort of, it's either instability or like some sort of like back and forth type of energy with finances. So there's something that's happening, changing, that maybe taking you into some sort of different energy than you're in now. I don't know if this is going to bring you more like financial stability. However, it does seem like something is definitely going to change with your finances. If you don't have finances coming in right now and you feel like you're kind of tied, basically what I'm trying to say for finances, this is shifting. What other cards do I go to for Osama, please? Which cards do I go to for Osama, please? Thank you. Using the internet to stream on television. Then, yes, I know what that is. What other messages do you have for Osama in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from Spirit or higher self, please, for Osama? What messages do you have for Osama, please? What messages do you have for Osama, please? What messages do you have? Are these the right cards for Osama? Yes or no? What messages do you have for Osama, please? Am I supposed to take that one? What other messages do you have for Osama? Thank you. So there's something right now that you need to accept about yourself. It could be something that maybe you don't see as very worthy in yourself. I don't know. There's definitely some sort of conflict maybe that has to do with either self-esteem or something that others think of you or something around those lines. But there's something about seeing your self-worth, seeing your value, seeing what you have to bring to the table, seeing what you have to bring to connections and relationships and things of that sort. So there may be a time of you like mirroring things in people. So people may be coming around you that may give you some sort of compliment, and it helps you to see something about yourself that maybe you couldn't yet see. Or I don't know, there's something that you're seeing through other people giving you compliments, saying things to you, maybe accepting you in some way, shape, or form, like for a job or as a friend or what have you. But yeah, there's definitely something that's shifting that has to do with your self-esteem and seeing your worth and value. All right. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Osama. Much love to you. Let's see. Who was it? Guys, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. If you are paying for a paid reading, make sure that you make that payment and come back and tell me how many cards you're paying for, please. I see the payments come in. I just don't know how much it's for until I actually open it up. Amira, this is going to be for you, hun. Which cards do I go to for Amira, please? Okay, Amira, this is going to be for you, hun. To sell me something or what have you, give me a message sent in my email, please. You can find that in my description below. Okay, Amira, this is going to be for you, hun. What messages do you have for Amira, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Amira, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Amira. So you was asking a question, and I was saying I'm not going to be answering any questions, but the question is going to be answered. If you've been feeling energies around you, like energies of spirit, then there's something that they're trying to tell you. They're wanting you to take some time to be alone in silence, seeking God, seeking assistance from the angels or what have you. This is a message saying that there's been some sort of, I don't know how to say it, like an indicator that spirit's been trying to talk to you through all kinds of different ways. So when you're receiving repeated messages, whether it's the same message coming from a person, a place, a thing, a thought that comes into your mind, maybe an internal knowing, your discernment of spirit, your intuition, no matter which way it's coming in multiple ways. But when it comes, it'll be something that repeats over and over and over again. Number 33, you may want to look that up on Sacred Scribes. That's an extra message for you. But it's time to meditate. Start meditating, closing your eyes, getting connected with the third eye area, asking spirit what it is that they're wanting you to know, experience, and learn at this time. And then the more time that you put into spending time in meditation, the more you're going to start to get clear answers as to who it is that's working with you, why they're there, what kind of message they have for you, and so on and so forth. The angels are definitely working with you right now. In particular, you have two of them. You have Michael and Raphael. Michael is helping you with some sort of spiritual journey. This could be an awakening process, an ascension journey, or what have you, but there's some sort of awakening that's coming to your spiritual life. So it may just be that you're being guided in some way, shape, or form to start connecting with meditation, maybe with prayer, with intentions, what have you, anything that has to do with spiritual life. I am hearing sun gazing. That may be something that's very beneficial to you. But you also have Archangel Raphael that's helping you to heal some sort of situation in your life. This could be past traumas. It could be something that has to do from relationships that you've been connected with in this lifetime, relationships that could have caused some sort of issues or some sort of hurt or trauma or what have you. There could be some things that are healing that have to do with your parents as well, in particular your mother. I don't know if you've lost your mother, if there's been some sort of trauma that's happened because of your mother or whatever it may be, but there's something that is definitely healing that has to do with a connection with a mother or a mother figure. Taking time alone to rest, recuperate, spend some time in prayer and meditation is exactly what the suggestion is being given at this time. What other messages do you have? I do feel like you're going through an awakening, which is some sort of awakening that's helping you to understand about your guides, about the higher self, about the God aspect that's in you, things of that sort. This is also time of you setting some sort of firm foundations within your reality right now. This could be that you have some sort of career path that you need to really show off your skills or talents, or maybe this is referring to showing your strengths in some way, shape, or form. But this is definitely an energy of finding independence, becoming more creative in the way that you find your independence is also something that is coming out. You know what? I forgot to give the first person, Osama, a I am affirmation, so I'll do that after I'm done with Amira, but let me give Amira her I am affirmation, and then I'll go back. Okay, I am unconditional love. I am ascending to Christ Consciousness. Christ Consciousness is that consciousness that is of a higher understanding. It's one that is forgiving, unconditional loving, accepting. So there's something about you coming into like a higher state of awareness, higher state of consciousness. I hope that you got something out of your reading. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. Guys, if you're wanting a reading, please put your name into the comments. That's the only way that you're going to be put on my list. I am done with Amira. I'm done with Osama. I don't have anybody else on the list, guys. I just need a name. Osama, if you're still here, this card is going to be for you. I am living in total prosperity. That's an I am affirmation that you need to probably think of frequently or say. Guys, I need names. If you're wanting on the list, please give me a name. Hi, Athena. How you doing, honey? I got you next. Anybody else wanting a reading, please put your name into the comments. 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings that you make that payment and then come back and tell me how many cards you're paying for. Is it Anaya or is it Ania? I'm not for sure if I'm saying that right, but I've got you on the list. I got Athena first and then you. All right, Athena, this message is going to be for you, hon. Which cards do I go to for Athena, please? I've seen 2 different decks. Which deck do I use for Athena, please? I'm doing well, thank you. This message is going to be for Athena. What messages do you have for Athena, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Athena, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self. I'm seeing the color blue, which is an indicator of the throat chakra, so this may be a time when you're learning to use your voice in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's because of your social media presence. However, it could just be that relationships are being worked on and you need to speak your truth, or there's something that you need to like stand up for yourself in or something of that sort. But I really feel like it's about using your voice to share your knowledge, wisdom, strength, and hope. You do have Hathor, which is telling me that this is a time when you're going to be receiving some things, but I feel like it's really about taking the suggestions of what your intuition is telling you. It's giving you guidance on which direction to go at this time. Make sure that you're moving in the direction that spirit is telling you to go, because it's going to provide some sort of financial stability or financial security. Giving to others is one of the things that I'm seeing right now. So being of service to others, maybe sometimes without expecting anything in return. So I do feel like spirit is asking you to make sure that you're doing free services as well as paid services when it comes to some sort of business endeavor. You're being asked to pay attention to your moon cycles right now. Notice how the different moon cycles make your body feel. What kind of energies do you feel? What kind of cycles do you go through, like closing out or some sort of new beginning or whatever it is that goes along with your moon cycles? Pay attention to the different ways in which your body feels, the experiences that you may be going through as you're going through different moon cycles, and then start keeping a journal so that you know what you could be going through the next time or the type of energies that you could be feeling. I am told to give you another card, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, you have some sort of creative ideas that are divinely guided by spirit, by angels. This could be even by your higher self connecting at this time and helping you to receive some sort of creative ideals that are going to help you to move forward. Again, this has something to do with financial stability, financial security. And you got, I am trustworthy. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Athena. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. Anaya, I hope that's the right way of saying your name. If not, I apologize. But your reading is going to be next. Which cards do I go to for Anaya, please? Thank you. That makes sense. Thank you for sharing that with us. Anaya, this is going to be for you, hun. What messages do you have for Anaya, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit and higher self, please, for Anaya. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Anaya. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit. Thank you. So there's something that you're supposed to be giving birth to. This is some sort of new idea, situation, maybe even something that has to do with your physical life. There's something about your physical life that is shifting and changing. And I feel like there's something that you're supposed to be giving new ideas to. This could be something that has to do with health and fitness. It could also be, because I'm seeing like the body, but it could also be referring to money matters, because I'm also seeing stacks of money. So it could be both of those things for you, but either way it goes, you're getting some sort of inspired ideas. This could be coming through like dream time or like deja vu type of moments. Maybe even if you're like daydreaming, there's something about having repeated messages that are coming to you, and these repeated messages are helping you to give birth to some sort of idea. There's some sort of creative idea that's coming through, and I feel like it's really like repeating and repeating and repeating. Maybe you already know exactly what this is, because I feel like you've been trying to figure out exactly what your next move are, which steps you need to put in next, or what have you. So meditation is definitely going to help you with that. Which cards do I go to, please, for Anaya? Thank you. You're very welcome, Athena. Much love to you. What other messages do you have for Anaya, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Anaya. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Anaya. Love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Anaya. What other messages do you have for Anaya, please? Are these the right cards? Which cards was I supposed to go to? I'm seeing these. Which cards was I supposed to go to? Am I supposed to continue with these cards? Yes or no? Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. That was really weird. I kept getting a yes and a no for those cards, so I don't know what was going on. But anyhow, what other messages do you have for Anaya, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Anaya. Give me 3 more shuffles for Anaya, please. Love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from spirit or higher self, please. 1 more shuffle for Anaya. Hi, guys. If you're wanting a reading, put your name into the comments. 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. So whatever this is that you're supposed to be giving birth to, that you're supposed to be putting action into, they're asking you to, you know, really visualize this. Visualize yourself being successful in it. Have faith that all will turn out exactly the way that it's supposed to, and divine timing is what I am hearing. So whatever this is, there's definitely some sort of like divine timing at play, which means it could be something that is like a fated or a destined type of situation. Either way it goes, you're being asked to put energy into those things that keep repeating to you over and over and over again. Okay, let me see. Okay, I am being guided to those cards that I was already using. Chrissy, I am not taking questions tonight, hun. It is whatever spirit wants to tell you. If you're wanting to ask questions, you can always get a paid reading to have those questions answered. 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Guys, make sure that you're putting your name into the comments if you're wanting a reading. Right now, I'm doing Anaya, and then I have nobody else on the list. So make sure that you're putting your name into the comments, guys. Okay, so you're supposed to trust your intuition, your discernment of spirit, your instincts. They're guiding you on the right path. If it doesn't feel good to you, then don't go in that direction. If it feels good, then make sure that you're going in that direction. I mean, it's just that simple. Let's see what else they have for you here. I am understanding and compassionate. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Guys, make sure if you're wanting a reading that you're putting your name into the comments. Thank you, Margaret. Oh, good. And I'm glad that it helped you, hon. I got you on the list, Chrissy. I got Chrissy, and then I have Margaret. If there's anybody else that's wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings, that you're making that payment and then coming back and tell me how many cards you paid for, please. Okay, moving on to Chrissy. This message is going to be for you. What messages do you have for Chrissy, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Chrissy. In love, romance, finance. So I'm seeing glasses for some reason. It's almost like they're foggy. So there may be something that you're not seeing completely clearly, or, you know, maybe in some way, shape, or form, you're getting some sort of messages about something, but you're not getting the full message, or either maybe you're just not paying attention to it. There's something that you're missing here. Let's see what else is coming out. There may also be shifts and changes that are happening with your eyesight. One minute you might have crisp and clear vision, and then the next minute you may not have like any kind of good eyesight. It's almost like there's like this back and forth. So you could be going through some sort of shift and change with your eyesight right now. And I'm feeling like this is nothing that you need to worry about. It has something to do with your spiritual journey and some shifts and changes that are happening within your energetic field. Guys, if you're wanting a reading, please let me know by putting your name into the comments. Thank you for your payment, Margaret. Let's see, who do I have on here? Rekha, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Are you wanting a reading, hun? Dorothea, I see you're wanting a reading. I need names in the comments, guys. Hi, Wolf. How you doing, honey? Tammy, are you wanting a reading? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Rekha, Rekha, if you're wanting a reading, please put your name into the comments. I am vertical and breathing, so it is a good day. Yes, it is. I will agree. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. I am working on Chrissy's reading right now. And then I have Margaret, Dorothea, Tammy, and Wolf. If I've missed anybody, please let me know. You're just here for the vibes, Tammy. Okay. If you change your mind, let me know. I got you on the list anyway. Okay, let's see here. Chrissy, so you're going through some awakenings. These are spontaneous awakenings. You may be going through times of just like these deep internal knowings. You don't know how you know that you know that you know, but you know that you know that you know. Clear cognizance. It's opening up. It's developing. Maybe it's already something that's been opened in you, but there is definitely something that is shifting and changing. Maybe you're starting to become more trusting of the inner knowings that you have, or what have you. Your discernment of spirit also is something that is awakening. Telepathy, I'm hearing. And then I'm seeing something with your feet. So there's something that's connected with maybe the earth. Maybe you need to ground your energy or what have you. Yes, staying grounded is exactly what they're trying to say. This is a time of activation, spontaneous awakenings, and your body may be going through quite a bunch of shifts and changes, which means that you could be feeling all kinds of energy. It could be causing pains, vibrations, weird feelings within your body, changes in your eyesight, the way that you feel connected with dense energies is something that you need to change. So make sure that you're not hanging around anybody that's gossiping, lying, drama filled, creating a bunch of issues within your life. Get rid of any people, places, things, situations that are harsh. Something that you could also be going through is ringing in the ears, or just weird sensations that are coming into the ears. This is when spirit is trying to connect with you or talk with you. Telepathy is something that's really big though. So you may be connecting with people's thoughts and feelings. Something that you could be doing is finishing other people's sentences, or you just know exactly what they're getting ready to say and you don't know how that you know it, but you do know it. So this is the type of awakenings that you can expect. You may even notice that sometimes you know where people are at, or there could be some sort of like remote viewing that's starting to awaken in you as well. Am I supposed to take this one? Yeah, you're going through a lot of life lessons right now, but these lessons are helping you to learn things about your soul and what your soul needs and what it needs to learn at this time. So a lot of what it needs to learn is things that have to do with spiritual connection with unity, oneness. Stillness is even what I'm hearing. They're wanting you to meditate. They're wanting you to get more connected through meditation and prayer. Yes, 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 they're saying. I am being told which cards to give you another card, so give me just a second here. Guys, this reading is for Chrissy. Then I have Margaret, Dorothea, Tammy, if she's wanting a reading, and Wolf. If I've missed anybody, please let me know, and I will put your name into the comments. Onto the list. So you have two more cards that came out. The first card is connection with your inner wisdom. There is things that you've went through that have helped you to get to where you are today. Maybe some traumatic things, maybe things that could have been very harmful or hurtful to you, but you've went through a lot of shifting and changing, seeing exactly what it needed to be changed within your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic bodies. You've done a lot of shifting, a lot of changing. You've actually got into this energy of like revamping, renewing, being recharged, reset type of energy. So you're feeling on top of the world. If you're not already feeling on top of the world, then this is an energy that you're coming into. Let's see. I am nurturing and helpful. I hope that you got something out of your reading. Chrissy, much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I do have Margaret next, then I have Dorothea. Tammy doesn't want a reading, so I'll go ahead and take her off. If you change your mind, Tammy, just let me know. And then I have Wolf. If there's anybody else wanting a reading, again, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings, that you're making that payment and then coming back and tell me how many cards you paid for, please. Okay, moving on to Margaret. Which cards do I go to for Margaret, please? I've seen 2 different decks. Which ones do I? Thank you. Okay, Margaret, this is going to be for you. What messages do you have for Margaret, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Margaret. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Margaret. Thank you. Okay, I don't know if you've seen how I took like this big deep breath in and then it went out. There's something about needing to just take time to breathe. Maybe even taking time to do like breath work. While you're meditating, make sure that you're incorporating something different with your breath. There's this message about the more you practice breath work, like triangle breathing, square breathing. So you may breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, let out for 4 seconds. That's triangle breathing. You can actually do it for more seconds. I'm just giving you an example. Square breathing would breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4, and then breathe. Okay, so there's something about incorporating some sort of practice when it comes to breath work into your meditation. If you're not meditating, you're doing yourself an injustice at this time, because a lot of information is going to be coming to you, downloads, insight into something that you need to do next and how to do it. Silence is going to be your friend right now, is what I am hearing. So take that how it resonates. So being in the flow, when you go against the grain of what spirit is trying to do for you, it starts throwing your life into chaos. So if you start feeling like your life is being turned upside down in multiple directions, then you're not going in the flow. You're not listening to the suggestions that spirit has given to you through your intuition, through your discernment of spirit, through your internal knowings, or through going into a state of silence in meditation. The more that you start to flow with what spirit is telling you to do throughout your day, these internal knowings that you get, and you're following those, the more that you're going to start to see that things just start to rearrange and work out for the best. Maybe it just means that something has been waiting for you to just start flowing so that it can come to you. So it's almost like there's an energy that's waiting on you to just be in the flow. So you could be held back from receiving some sort of energy, which is kind of what the bottom card is referring to. There's something that's coming to you that's been waiting, and maybe you haven't made the choice yet to go towards it, or maybe you haven't made the changes yet to go in this direction. However, something is being revealed to you, and it's going to start showing up more and more and more. There's going to be more light to it. There's going to be more information revealed to you, and where it's going to come is through meditation, through going with the flow, with being in the now moment, and so on and so forth. What other messages do you have for Margaret, please? And love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Margaret. And love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from spirit or higher self, please. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are starting to align for you, but it's only because you have started to cut cords with people, places, things, situations, habits that are no longer in resonation with you. So if you haven't already started to do so, then this is asking you to do just that. But I do feel like you've already been cutting cords with people, places, things, and situations, things that could be holding you back, in particular, people or situations with people is what I'm hearing. But because of you letting go of some of these people or situations, there's things that are being rearranged for you that are going to bring you into more of like a vibrant type of energy, something that is more flowing and more makes you feel more alive is what I'm hearing. I'm getting kind of like weird butterflies in my stomach, and it almost feels like I'm falling in love with myself all over again, or falling in love with somebody all over again. And I am getting all over again. So there's an energy that you're coming back to, something that maybe from the past or something that you're already engaging with that is shifting and changing to be better. There is a process of healing that is going on for you, maybe even other people involved in a situation. But let's just focus on you, because what I'm getting is there's something that's happening within like the crown chakra, visuals, this could be daydreaming, night dreaming, astral travel, out of body experiences, connecting with other dimensions or other realities. I feel like there's something that has to do with like a deepening of connection with your starseed connections, as well as with guides right now. And I don't even really feel like, this is the weird thing, I don't feel like there's like physical things that need to be healed. I don't feel like it's really too much on the emotional side, but there's something about the way that you think, almost like it doesn't match the way that your heart is giving you guidance. So like your thinking is not in alignment with your guidance of your heart. So you need to get more out of your head and more into your heartfelt knowings. Yes, 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 they're saying. And I am being shown the bottom, which is connection with family. There could be something that is happening within your family dynamic right now that is shifting and changing, because you do have broken glass here, which makes me think that, you know, there could have been some sort of energy that just didn't feel right, and maybe you had to let go of it. Or maybe it's just that even if you didn't let go of this energy, there's an energy of like needing to let go of some sort of aspect of it. But it has to do with somebody within your family, maybe a husband, a lover, friends, something of that sort. However, like when I'm reading more into this card, I'm feeling like this broken energy is meant to be broken so that you can see in the direction in which you need to go. So again, flow with what's happening right now. Even if things seem to be chaotic and all upside down, there's something about just flowing. But here's the thing. They're showing me like you can put yourself into a big chaotic mess or a big like tower moment if you're not flowing. Which is just a slight bit confusing to me, because I'm seeing like the tower card, but I don't feel like a bad energy with the tower card. But at the same time, I'm feeling like if you're not taking the suggestions, not going into meditation, not listening to spirit as spirit is giving you some sort of notion to go in this direction or that direction, or let go of this person or that person, or, you know, whatever it may be, that's when I feel like the chaos is going to happen. I hope that this is making sense to you, because it's a little bit confusing for me, but, trying to give it to you the best way that it's coming through. Which cards do I get to, please? Thank you. All right, let's see. Lover's Lane, I need to know a name, please. I am not taking questions tonight, guys, but if it's something that Spirit wants to tell you, it's going to come out. What other messages do you have for Margaret, please? What other messages do you have for Margaret in love, romance, finance, ascension? Was there a card that turned over? I guess not. I thought there was. What other messages do you have, please, for Margaret in love, romance, finance, ascension messages? Messages from Spirit or Higher Self, please. For Margaret. Okay, so yeah, they just keep screaming out to you that prayer and meditation are going to be like your best friend right now. They're going to really show you a lot of the ins and outs of how to move throughout your life right now, which direction to go, which direction to not go in, things of that sort. This is a time of renewal, but this is like a spiritual renewal. So do whatever you can to get yourself back into like the same type of rhythm that you was in before. Prayer, meditation, connection, whatever that looks like to you. This is what it's referring to. Let me get you a I am affirmation. I am courageous. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Guys, I am not taking any questions tonight. If Spirit answers your questions, then so be it. But I am not taking any questions. If you're wanting your questions answered, please consider paying for a reading 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Otherwise, you're just going to get what Spirit wants you to know tonight. I do have Dorothea, then I have Wolf and Lover's Lane. If anybody else is wanting a reading, please put your name into the comments. Okay, which cards do I go to for Dorothea, please? Which cards do I go to for Dorothea? Where are they at? Okay, thank you. Are these the right cards, yes or no? Okay, Dorothea, this is going to be for you, hun. You're very, very welcome, hun. What messages do you have for Dorothea, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from Spirit or Higher Self, please, for Dorothea. In love, romance, finance. Something must be shifting and changing, especially within your home, because I'm seeing a lot of smiles. And it's not just you that I'm seeing smile. If there's not been some sort of major shift and change for the better, then this is God's way of letting you know that there is going to be something shifting and changing that is going to make things better, because I'm seeing a lot of smiles. I'm seeing a big heart like pumping out of your chest, which makes me feel like there's some sort of heart awakening or something really good that's happening to the heart that brings joy, peace, clarity even is something I'm feeling right now. What messages do you have for Dorothea, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from Spirit. And I'm seeing a male just smiling really, really big. Okay, so you do have the purification card, which makes me instantly think of detoxing your body. This could be in many different ways. This could be a liver, a lung, a kidney detox. It could just be taking the time to fast. Whichever way you're feeling like this resonates with you, this is Spirit's way of letting you know that you need to do so. I do feel like the connection with water, praying over your water, setting intentions when you are praying over your water on connecting with it and charging it with your intentions. So, you know, water has memory. It is capable of doing things for you. So it's asking you to use it as a way of manifesting things, manifesting change, detoxing your body even by speaking into your water and letting it know that you're needing a detox to said area or to your cells or whatever it may be. Oso Oper L. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm not real for sure what you're trying to say, hun. You're very, very welcome, hun. If you're wanting a reading, please put your name into the comments. So the next card that came out for you, Dorothea, is a card of strength. It's a card of being strong even when you don't feel like being strong, when going on even when you don't feel like going on. Now, I don't know exactly why this is coming out because I'm feeling a lot of happiness and stuff. So there may be some sort of challenges that's coming along with this happiness, the shift in happiness. And they're letting me know, like, anytime there's some sort of major shift, there's always some sort of, like, not issues or complications that comes with it, but there's always some sort of challenges that arise. And I feel like these challenges are arising. However, you have the strength, the wisdom, and the know-how to get through these things. Either way it goes, just know that your strength is going to bring in a happy outcome, a lot of joy. I am being told to get you another card. Which cards do I go to for Dorothea, please? Which cards do I go to? Okay. ASUO. I'm not sure how to say your name. Are you wanting a reading, hun? Nancy. Is it Nancy? Is that what I just seen? Where was it? Nancy, I got you on the list, honey. Okay, so right now I'm doing Dorothea's, and I have Wolf, Lover's Lane. I'm not for sure if also, or I don't know if I'm saying that name right, is wanting a reading or not. Please clarify that for me. And then I have Nancy. Okay, Dorothea, I've been told to give you another card, so let me do that. What other message do you have for Dorothea, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Dorothea in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from, thank you. Okay, so there's definitely something that is blossoming and blooming within your life. I feel like this has something to do with some sort of energy that you've gotten major clarity on recently. I don't know exactly what this is, but when I'm talking about that, I feel like my chest is kind of getting a little bit tight, but I don't know if it's because of some sort of anxiety that you may have had that I'm just, okay, thank you, honey. Thank you for answering and clarifying that for me. But there's something that may be pretty significant that, I don't know how to say this. It's like some sort of significant energy that is shifting at this time that is bringing in a little bit of anxiety, but the anxiety is like a good anxiety. I almost feel like on top of the world type of feeling, but at the same time feeling like it's like the blind leading the blind. So maybe you're putting time and energy into some sort of project that is blossoming and blooming, but you're just kind of going blindly at it. Maybe you're not getting much direction on exactly what your next steps are or something of that sort. It's almost like there's a still mind. So take it how it resonates with you. But I really feel like, a lot of things blossom when there is stillness and there is a still mind, when there's not a lot of racing thoughts and things of that sort. There's a lot of things that are transforming and being aligned in the background, so to speak. But I feel like this is going to it has something to do with something within your physical life blossoming at this time. 3030, you may want to look that up on Sacred Scribes, and 77. Okay, let's see. I am powerful. I have the power to create positive change. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Dorothea. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. I have Wolf, Lover's Lane, and Nancy. Which cards do I go to for Wolf, please? Which cards do I go to for Wolf, please? Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Wolf, this is going to be for you, hon. Hi, Samantha. How you doing, hon? Are you wanting a reading? Wolf, this is for you, hun. What messages do you have for Wolf in love, romance, finance, ascension messages? Messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Wolf in love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Wolf. Give me 2 more shuffles for Wolf, please. 1 more shuffle. How many cards? Okay, Samantha, I got you on the list, honey. You'll be after Nancy. I got Wolf, Lover's Lane, Nancy, and then you. Okay, so Wolf, you've had a lot of lifetimes. You are currently probably either figuring out about all of these lifetimes, or either you're already aware about them and need to connect with the aspects, other aspects of you at this time. If you're not doing so, meditation, setting intention on connecting with other aspects of yourself is something that is going to be beneficial. Another thing that they're showing me is reflection meditation. So getting in front of a mirror and looking into the mirror, first and foremost, setting intentions on protecting your aura so that nothing is can attach to you. And then look into your eyes in the mirror, set intentions on connecting with other aspects of yourself, multidimensional aspects of yourself. These are aspects that are existing in other realities as we speak right now. One of the things that you need to be aware of is there's something from these lifetimes that you're going to be able to awaken to in this lifetime and remember and bring forward. This is something that people need to know. It's some sort of truth, understanding, something that you have some sort of deep clarity or understanding about. This is something that you're meant to share with others. Maybe you're meant to spread your story or your light and love by sharing your story with others. And I feel like it's a story that a lot of people may not understand or may not believe, but this is a story that is worth hearing, is what I am getting. Let's see what other cards they have for you today, Wolf. You do have the Angel of Hearts, which is talking about connecting with your heart song, which is that aspect of you that knows exactly what your soul wants for your life, you know, in finances and spirituality and, you know, all of these different ways. It knows exactly what you want. So getting connected with your heart song so that you're in complete alignment is also something that is coming up. They're wanting me to go back to the mirror reflection. So when you're doing reflection meditation and you're in front of the mirror, they want you to look into your eyes, and, you know, you already have set those intentions on connecting with other aspects of yourself. As you're looking into your eyes, you're going to start to see, like, the mirror is going to get foggy, and then all of a sudden you're going to start to see your face coming back, and it's going to be changing. They want you to know that as it's shifting and changing, to try to get past the fear that you have of what you're seeing. What you're going to start to feel is energetic shifts as you're seeing your face change. Something about some sort of dormant DNA, some sort of remembrance, something that you need to know about that lifetime. Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing that with me, Dark Wolf. Thank you. Wow, that's really cool. I'm glad that you know that. I have not talked with anybody else that have known about having death and then coming back. That's very, very cool. But you're somebody who's meant to share a lot of these truths with people by getting connected with this dormant DNA, it reawakening in you. You have a remembrance of whatever it is that you're needing to share with people at this time is what it's referring to. Let me see what other cards they have for you real quick. I love that. I would love to connect with you sometime and share stories. The next message that's coming out for you is all about the ability to manifest rapidly. Things are coming to your reality very quickly. Things are shifting and changing in a way that you already see the quickness or the fastness of how it's coming to you. However, it's getting ready to, like, speed up even more so. There is definitely something about yourself that you need to accept. You got the self-acceptance card. This may be something that you're meant to share with other people that maybe you haven't fully accepted. And, as I'm saying this, I feel like you may be like, no, I've accepted everything about myself, but there's really something that you need to dig deep with, because Spirit is saying there's something about you that you haven't quite yet fully accepted. And it's something about your powers, your skills, your talents, some sort of strength that you have, that you're meant to share with others. Maybe it's just that you're not fully sharing it with others, and that's what you need to, be accepting of in some way, shape, or form. But either way it goes, I am love, I am purpose, I was made with divine intention. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Wolf. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Lover's Lane. Guys, again, I am not answering questions tonight. If your question gets answered, that's great. If not, sorry. Please feel free to pay for one of the paid readings to get those questions answered. But I will do my best to see, if Spirit brings out the answer, then it does. If not, then it doesn't. Okay, Lover's Lane, Nancy and Samantha. Let me see here. Guys, I need a name. If you're wanting a reading, I need a name, please. You're very, very welcome, Dark Wolf. Much love to you, honey. Let's see. Davino, honey, you're wanting a reading? Let's see here. Davino, did I miss anybody? Oh, wow. I love that, Dark Wolf. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, let's see. Lover's Lane, are you still here, honey? Let's see. Davino, you will be right after Samantha. I've got Lover's Lane, Nancy, Samantha, and Davino. Okay, let's see here. Lover's Lane, this message is going to be for you. Which question, which cards do I go to for? Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. This is going to be for Lover's Lane. What messages do you have for Lover's Lane, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from Spirit or higher self, please, for Lover's Lane. And love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from Spirit or higher self, please, for Lover's Lane. Is this the right deck? Okay, thank you. For Lover's Lane, please. What messages do you have for Lover's Lane and love, romance, finance, ascension messages? Messages from Spirit or higher self, please, for Lover's Lane. Ooh. Okay, so Lover's Lane, your intuition has been giving you some sort of information about somebody that you're connecting with right now. I feel like you're getting accurate messages of what you should be doing. It may be that sometime you need to give this person space, and sometimes you need to put more time and energy into this person. Take it how it resonates with you. You're going to need to be in the now moment, in the flow. This is an energy saying that you can trust your intuition in the way that it's guiding you. Listen to your discernment of spirit. Listen to the internal knowings. Which direction is it guiding you when it comes to this connection? One of the things that I am seeing is that there's some work to be put in. Some of the work that needs to be put in is work on, healing your heart from past things. This could be things that have to do with your childhood. It could be things that have to do with trust, with your worth, with your value, anything of that sort. It's asking you to just really sit in silence and start healing the things that need to be healed so that you can have a relationship that is worthy of having. I do feel like There has been some sort of intuitive insight into things that you need to change at this time. This could be things about yourself that maybe you don't like very much. And this could be things that could hinder or hurt a relationship. So ask Spirit, if you don't know what these things are already, ask Spirit to show you what kind of things do I need to change about myself so that I can be a better person, so that I can be in a better relationship than I am now. And then put in the work to make those changes necessary. They're asking you to get connected with your heart space instead of overthinking about this situation and, making it change in a direction of like a negative direction into an energy of it not working out. They're saying, visualize it being successful. Think about it being successful. Speak it into existence. I don't know exactly what they're trying to show me about the other person's feelings right now, but let me see what this is. Give me clarity on what you're trying to tell me about the feelings of another party involved, please. Feelings of another party involved, please. Okay, this person just doesn't know exactly what they want right now, and that might be why you're in this back and forth energy of needing to give time and then needing to give space. It's almost like, some days you might be guided to text this person or say something to this person or what have you. And then other times you might just be like, oh, I just know that I need to leave this person be. They need some space. This person is going through some sort of shift and awakening to where, they're questioning a lot of things about their life and they really just don't know exactly which direction they want to go at this time. However, there is a message of needing to work on self, and this could be both of you need to work on self, but either way it goes, it's almost like there's some things that need to change for this relationship to be able to work. So make sure that you're making the changes that you need to make, whether it be things that have to do with letting people go or, changing some sort of aspect about yourself to be a better aspect or, whatever it may be. But just be in the now moment and flow with the way that things are going and, get out of your head. Don't let your head, distract you from going in the direction in which you're wanting to go. Just know that it's going to be back and forth energy right now because this person just doesn't know exactly what they want just yet. There is some sort of emotional connection there, but they still don't know what they want. Nothing about you that's wrong. They're just deciding. They haven't decided what they want or, what they want to do with their life even. So I hope that that helps you in some way, shape, or form. Let's see. Okay, this is the last message for Lover's Lane. I am confident in the presence of others. So this is just a confirmation saying, go with the flow. Don't take no for an answer. Let this person decide, but give them time to decide. Give them space when space is needed, and things should be okay. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Lover's Lane. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, moving forward, I've got Nancy, Samantha, and Davino. Nancy. Okay, let's see what Nancy. Okay, Samantha, I've got you on the list, honey. Give me time. Marianne, how you doing, honey? You're number 15, but I'm on number 12 now, so it's not going to take long. Just hang tight. Okay, Nancy, this message is going to be for you, hon. Which cards do I go to, please, for Nancy? Are these the right cards for Nancy? Are these the right cards for Nancy, please? Samantha, I'm not taking questions. However, if Spirit answers your question, that's quite all right. But if it doesn't get answered, you might want to consider paying for a reading so that you can get that answered. Let's see. This is going to be for Nancy. What messages do you have for Nancy, please? And love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from Spirit or higher self, please, for Nancy. I feel like I want to cry. There is definitely a sadness that's coming about me. It almost feels like my throat is kind of closing up, like I have something to say, but I just can't say it, or maybe I'm lost. I have a loss for words. So this may be an energy that you've been going through, or maybe an energy that you're getting ready to come into. There's something about your life right now that is really like, how do I say this? There's an aspect of your life that is lit up in truth. There's something about this truth that is helping you to see things from a different perspective. This different perspective is helping you to move towards an energy of hope, faith, love, trust, patience. But it's almost like you have to see the truth to be able to get to the truth. So it's like God's going to give you some sort of indicator through a person, place, thing, or situation as to what this truth is. This truth helps transform you in some way, shape, or form, and helps you to learn to be hopeful, um, to be patient with some sort of situation, and so on and so forth. There may be something that is happening with you right now that has to do with connection with like mediumship or connecting with deceased loved ones, because I'm getting this message that is coming through of connection with spirit. Let me see. Where's the cards at that I need? Here they are. Let me see if these are the ones that they're trying to show me here. There's a connection with yeah, it's like connection with deceased loved one, and I'm seeing the color like it's like a purpley blue. I'm not exactly for sure why that color is coming through, but it's almost like the color that's on the bottom of this card here, like this color. So you may be seeing this color orb, or maybe when you close your eyes, you're seeing that color in your third eye area or something of that sort. They're wanting you to take some more time to sit in silence, pay attention when you close your eyes, when you're looking into the third eye area. What is it you see? And then they're asking you to just be patient with the process of letting things come in, because there's something about someone or many someones that are trying to connect with you. This could be angels, deceased loved ones, ascended masters. This could be the Holy Spirit or the higher self that's trying to connect with you, the I am presence. But just know that as you're starting to awaken to this ability or to these kind of connections, that you are safe. Archangel Michael is definitely protecting you while you are starting to learn to connect, or you are connecting with these energies. You may hear a lot of like repetitious tones or sounds that just keep coming to you over and over and over again. There may even be like sounds that you're hearing in your ears. They're asking you to put your hands up against your ears and just pay attention to what kinds of sounds that you hear differently with your ears covered up. It's almost like there's something about an internal voice, or a voice that may be coming towards you internally, that's helping you to connect with these angels, deceased loved ones, these energies of whomever it is that you're connecting with. I am feeling a connection with mediumship that is definitely either already awakened in you, or awakened and developing in you now. Either way it goes, you're definitely somebody who's meant to connect with other beings. So you may start to feel like energy shifts when you're starting to do so. There could be heat that you feel on the bottom of your ears or on the top, and it just feels like it's coming out, like radiating throughout you. You may have some sort of indicator through like tightening in the chest. They're even saying like a flash of light in your eyes, and it may even be that blue purple color that I was showing you, or even just blue, because for whatever reason I keep seeing those colors standing out. There may be something that has to do with connection with a mother figure, or a mother or a daughter, something to do with a mother-daughter connection. There's something about, and as I'm saying that, I'm starting to like really I feel like somebody's emotions are coming through me. I feel like this is somebody else's emotions. If they're not yours, this is somebody that's trying to come through for you. But there's this message of like love, compassion, and there's a message of need for forgiveness. And I don't know if this is forgiveness towards yourself or forgiveness towards this other person, but this bluish purple, more purpley colored light is now coming through. If you just close your eyes and see if this color is coming to you right now, just close your eyes and see if you're looking into that black space there. Is there a purple light that's coming through? If so, as you connect with this purple light, I want you to just imagine kind of like pulling it into your heart space. And as you do so, what kind of emotions are coming over you? What are you feeling? Is there some sort of voice that you're hearing internally that's giving you some sort of message? I keep hearing forgiveness. There's something about forgiving something, and it might even be forgiving somebody for passing away before you is ready for them to pass, because it's almost like there's some sort of anger, and it may be anger towards this person's passing or what have you, but they're asking you to soften your heart a little bit, to not have as much anger towards this situation, or maybe it's anger towards God, or anger towards just this person's death in general. But there's something that needs to heal about this situation, and bringing compassion into the situation is exactly where it's at. I'm almost feeling like this deep surrender, and this surrender is coming along with this mediumship card. So there's something that you need to surrender to. Maybe it's a fear that you have about mediumship, or maybe it's a fear that you have about connection with a deceased loved one, or whatever it may be. But whatever this fear is, push past it. Allow yourself to go further than what you've been before. 111, I was told to tell you. But allow yourself to go further past this fear than what you've been able to get past. Close your eyes, set intentions on connecting with the Archangel Michael, protecting your energy, and then ask Archangel Michael to allow this mediumship ability to just flow through you in some way, shape, or form, or whomever it is that's connecting with you. Allow them to connect with you so deeply that it's like something that happens to you that you just know without a shadow of a doubt it's meant to be. It's supposed to be happening. So I hope that that's helping you in some way, shape, or form. I am the change I wish to see in others. You probably won't be able to see that. It's very, very light, but I am the change I wish to see in others. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I have Samantha, Davino, and Mary Ann. You're very welcome, Nancy. I'm sorry it's hard to hear, hun, but Spirit tells us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, hun. Much love to you. I'm glad that you got something out of your reading, Nancy. I'm reading all of your messages now. Oh, wow. Much love to you, honey. Okay, this next message is going to be for Samantha. Let me see what comes through for you, Samantha. I'm not for sure how to pronounce your name. Pieps. Hello, honey. How are you? Are you wanting a reading? I actually just done a healing video a couple days ago. If you want to look it up, Nancy, for healing of the throat chakra. So that could help you. It should be about 6 to 8 videos in on my short video playlist. Okay, Samantha, this message is going to be for you, hun. Which cards do I go to for Samantha, please? Which messages do I go to for Samantha, please? Which cards do I go to for Samantha? Thank you. Okay, Samantha, these are going to be for you, hun. What messages do you have for Samantha, please, in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Samantha in love? Thank you. Samantha, there's something that has been really weighing you down lately. This is Spirit's way of saying that whatever this is that is weighing you down is energy that you need to surrender to. Not surrender to, but let go of and surrender to the aspect of God, your higher self, the angels. Allow them to start changing and transforming this energy to be something of a lighter energy. However, I do feel like there's boundaries that you need to set with someone or maybe even with yourself. These boundaries are the type of boundaries that have to do with communication and putting yourself out there in some way, shape, or form. What I am feeling with this is the need for, setting yourself some sort of boundaries when it comes to communicating with somebody. Maybe there's somebody that you're wanting to reach out to, have some sort of communication with, let them have it in some way, shape, or form. Spirit is saying to just let go and let God right now. There is this aspect of, just healing from something that has to do with this person, place, thing, or situation. The boundaries that need to be set with yourself. I feel like, you're somebody who may have some sort of codependency on somebody else, or maybe there's like this, even if you're not codependent on somebody else to make you happy, there is definitely this energy of like codependency and, needing somebody or some sort of situation or something like that to be in your life. But this energy is really no longer yours. This is an energy that you're asked to let go of and, let this energy transform. Let's see what other messages they have for you. Not these cards. Which cards do I go to, please? These cards here. Thank you. What other messages do you have for Samantha, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages from Spirit or higher self, please, for Samantha. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages for Samantha, please. Yeah, the power is in your hands. I really feel like it's time for you to take your power back from a person, place, thing, or situation, something that you've been giving a lot of your energy to, maybe a lot of your thoughts, even if it's not something that you've been putting a lot of action into. It's definitely something that you've been thinking a lot about. And I really feel like this is not the place that your energy needs to be focused at this time. I feel like you need to pull your power back from this person, place, thing, or situation and start putting your energy into another area. Into another person, place, thing, or situation. Let me get you one more card just to see what else they have to say. Yeah, listening to music may help you to connect and shift your energy. I do feel like there's a little bit of sad type of energy that's coming through this. There may even be a little bit of overwhelmingness that maybe you're tapping into or want to be going through here in the near future, listening to music to calm you down, listening to tones that could be very meditative. And also they're asking you to connect with guided meditations for helping you to connect deeper with Spirit at this time. Let's see what kind of messages they have for I am affirmations for you. Sabine, are you wanting a reading, hun? I am complete. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Samantha. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I have Davino and then Mary Ann next. If you're wanting put on the list, please put your name into the comments. I am not taking questions tonight, guys. If you're wanting a question answered, please pay for one of the paid readings. It is 2 cards free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Please make sure if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings that you're making the payment and then coming back and tell me how many cards you paid for, please. Next reading is going to be for Davino. I'm sorry, Samantha, honey. I'm sorry. Sending you big hugs. Sabine, are you wanting, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but Sabine, are you wanting a reading, honey? And then I see God Exists said hi. Are you wanting a reading today, hun? So sorry, honey. I hate that. Been there, done that. It's never fun. Sending you so much love. I'm glad to hear that. Take your power back, honey. It's all about a choice to do so. Okay, this next reading is going to be for Davino. Are you still here, hun? All right, Divino, this is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to? Thank you. Guys, if you're wanting a reading, 2 cards are free, 4 for 7 or 9 for 20. Please make sure that if you're making a payment for one of the paid readings that you're telling me how many cards you paid for so that you get the right amount of cards. Divino, this is going to be for you, hon. What messages do you have for Divino in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Divino in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Divino in love, romance, finance. So I am seeing the color yellow, which could be an indicator of joy, happiness, needing to be out in the sun, but really what I'm feeling is some sort of connection with creativity. So this may be a time where you take some sort of big leap of faith, put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form with some sort of creative, inspired ideas. These may be ideas that help to inspire and enlighten other people. This could be something about putting yourself out there in some way, shape, or form that is in a truthful way. So it's some sort of skill, some sort of talent and ability, some sort of way of sharing your experience, strength, and hope, but in a very truthful, honest way. I do feel like this is a time of you really finding out what your heart desires and then taking leaps of faith to go after those things. So this is a time of needing to have some sort of goals that you're trying to accomplish, and then putting time and action into those areas in which you feel like spirit is suggesting that you go. This will be in ways of like continuous over and over and over again thoughts that come to you. Maybe this is an energy of also communicating something to others, or one other maybe even. And I feel like there's 2 separate situations here: communication with somebody and then taking a big leap of faith and sharing your experience, strength, and hope in some way, shape, or form, being honest, being truthful, and putting yourself out there in a truthful manner. What other messages do you have, please, for Divino in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Divino in love, romance, finance, ascension? Thank you. You're at the time of 1010 is exactly what I'm seeing. 1010. So you might want to look up that number. I'm feeling like you're at the end of a cycle, coming into a new cycle. Maybe you're even moving out of one timeline and into a new timeline. There's something about letting go of people, places, things, and situations that no longer resonate with you in this old time or new timeline that you're going in. So you got to leave those things in the past. Some of these things are things that could cause a little bit of grief. It could be relationships with other people. However, these relationships are going to be replaced with new people, your soul tribe, people that are meant to, help you and you're meant to help them, or, people that you can have fun with or what have you. You're entering into a new era where things are really shifting and changing for you. And the new beginnings that are happening are magical new beginnings is what I am feeling. And I feel like you know exactly what I mean by magical. You've already had some sort of magical type of things that are happening in your life, and this is exactly what this is referring to. I am told to give you another card. Which cards do I go to? Thank you. That's what I thought. I have Mary Ann, and then I have Sabine next. Maybe. I don't see that person saying that they are wanting a reading. Maybe not. Okay, Nancy, to pay for a full reading, you can, okay, so there's let me start all over. So 2 cards are free. You've already got the 2 cards. You've already got that reading. You can pay for a 4-card reading, which is $7, or you can pay for a $20 reading, which is 9 cards. Or if you wanted to get a full reading, which is 20 cards, all of that information is on my website, but in the description box right below this video is information on how to pay for a reading. So if you pay for one, let me know how many cards that you paid for. It is $55 for a full reading, 4 for 7, or 9 for 20. So just let me know what you pay for if you do. Yeah. And if you do decide to pay for a full reading, and you want that to be in private, of course, we can do that. I would actually rather do a full reading in private. So that could be done through email, video chat, Facebook Messenger, any of those things. I just need, if you decide for a full reading, I need you to let me know by email. My email is also underneath in the description box. Okay, so there's some sort of things that you may have choices to make. This is an energy of indecision. Maybe not really feeling like you have enough information to move forward in some sort of area. However, the information is coming. There's something about things that you've gathered along the journey. You know, this could be your spiritual journey or just life's journey in general. But there's something about information that you've gathered along the way that has helped you to move forward with this new beginning. I do feel like there's even more new things that are, more information that's coming to you about these new things that are happening for you. And it's really about just being open-minded to receiving. I do feel like it's going to come in multiple ways, maybe through repeated music, lyrics that you need to look up on the internet to see what those lyrics are referring to. It could be through messages coming through other people that just repeat over and over and over again. But there's definitely some sort of clarity that's coming about what your next move needs to be within this new timeline that you're in. However, again, there's indecision. So there is some sort of decisions that need to be made. And I do feel like the angels are going to help you to make those decisions, or either help you to rearrange things after you make the decision so that your life becomes aligned with whatever those decisions are. Okay, let's see. I am a special treasure. I like that one. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Divino. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, hon. Sabine, are you wanting a reading? God exists. Was you wanting a reading? If so, please let me know by putting your name in the comments. Divino, this may be a really weird question, but are you a time traveler? Is this something that you're aware of? Time traveling. I don't know why it's coming to me, but it's coming to me. You're very, very welcome, hon. Much love to you. Okay, I've got Mary Ann and nobody else. Sabine is not answering, and neither is God Exists. So Mary Ann will be next. Okay, Mary Ann, this reading is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to for Mary Ann, please? Hi, Gina. You wanting to be put on the list, hon? You'll be after Mary Ann. Okay, Gina, I got you on the list. I've got Miriam and Gina. Okay, Miriam, this is going to be for you. I keep seeing the orange cards, so let me see what they have to say for you. What messages do you have for Mary Ann in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self for Mary Ann in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Mary Ann in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Mary Ann. So there's been some sort of clarity that's being brought into situations in your life. Maybe this clarity is helping you to see exactly how to bring balance and harmony into connections, into relationships, into any area of your life. But I really feel like this is harmony within connections and relationships. These connections could be referring to connections with spirit, connections with the angels, connections with the divinity within. It doesn't really matter. This could be all of the above, but definitely harmony and things that have to do with relationships. Now, there is solutions that are coming for some sort of situation in your life. Again, this may have something to do with a connection. However, it doesn't have to. This could be a completely different situation. But there's a situation in your life where you're getting ready to get some sort of clarity on how to change the situation for the better, or what kind of changes can be, that you can do to make things go a little bit differently. Am I supposed to continue with these cards, yes or no? Which cards do I go to, please? Okay, let's see here. What other messages? Very cool, Domino. Thank you for sharing that with me. Okay, there is definitely something about a situation that you need to surrender and clear at this time. It's saying surrender and release, but when we release things, it's almost like signing back up for some sort of trauma or some sort of issues or what have you. So there's something that you need to let go and let God. There's a situation with a person, a situation with something that has to do with maybe even communicating something to somebody. But what I am feeling is something is shifting and changing. There's something that has been healed, or either you're working on something, healing something now. But whatever this is helping you to see things from a different perspective. It's helping you to clear your emotions and helping this to change and shift. Let me get you one more card. I'm feeling one more card here for you. I would say that you definitely are a time traveler. All people are multidimensional beings, which means we exist in many realities simultaneously. So we're existing in other realities right now as we're speaking. So this could be something that you're also tapping into. I am capable of tapping into those without being in dream state. So that's something that you may even want to try to do by setting intentions on connecting with those time frames and meditating about it. And then eventually that will come. There is a little bit of a manipulative type of energy that may be around you right now, Mary Ann, or maybe it's like the thoughts are manipulating you into thinking differently or seeing something in a different way than what you need to, because they keep showing me like the mind. So you may be overthinking about something that there's already a solution to. I feel like Spirit's been giving you a solution over and over and over again. It's just about putting the time and energy into this solution so that it can be a solution, if that makes sense. So definitely a shift and change in your perspective is what's happening. You do have a number 8 here, which is about infinity, about infinite solutions that are coming that could help you to, make something better. I think there's 2 things going on here, something with a connection and something else within your household, or either within, how do I say this? The message that is coming through has to do with, okay, one thing is a connection with a person, some sort of situation, a resolution is happening when it comes to a connection with somebody. It could be a friend, could be a lover, could be a coworker, what have you. Then there's another thing that's happening where there is some things that are going on with the emotional body. It doesn't necessarily have to be your emotional body. It could be, but the message is really kind of wonky. I'm seeing 2 people and I'm seeing 2 people healing. So it may just be that you and the person that was involved in the first situation within this reading is healing something that has to do with the emotions. Either way, take it how it resonates with you. There is an energy of taking flight. You have the information to move forward. You may be feeling caged or feeling held back by something, but you're really not held back is what it is telling us. I am charming and delightful. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Mary Ann. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. I have Gina next. Yes, that is normal, Nancy, to connect when you're starting to fall asleep, because that's when you're in the best energy of like getting closest to 0 point energy, which is the energy where you can feel all or all. It's also the energy of the void where nothing happens, but everything happens at the same time. So yes, that is very, very much normal. You're very, very welcome, Marianne. Much love to you, hon. Gina, this next reading is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to for Gina, please? Which cards do I go to for Gina? Okay. I've seen these twice, so let me get these out. What messages do you have for Gina, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Gina. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Gina. In love, romance, finance. Thank you. So self-care, nourishment of your mind, body, and soul is very, very important at this time. Your body is going through some sort of shifting and changing where you're probably feeling a lot of the energetic shifts of the planet at this time. You're probably feeling weight or pressure across the neck, shoulders, down, maybe even into the arms and chest. You may be feeling sometimes like you're just very lethargic, and then at the very next moment you may just be feeling a lot of energy. 8 I was told to tell you, this is one of those energies of having a lot of ascension symptoms. So blurred vision, then crisp and clear vision, then having tones and ringing in the ears, heat flashes, and then all of a sudden being freezing cold, purging through a lot of pooping and peeing and things of that sort. Having a lot of things that are going on with like dry throat, feeling like you are having like a hoarse voice one moment, and then the next moment it just sounds like you are able to see very crisp and clear. Either way it goes, there's definitely some shifts and change that are happening within your body, and it's time for you to make sure that you're taking care of it. Am I seeing your text? I hear free reading. I seen that. That's all I'm seeing. I am doing a free reading for you right now, Gina. What do you mean you request? I know you request. That's what I'm doing. Is a free reading for you right now. I'm a little bit confused about why you're saying that. I'm literally in the middle of doing your reading right now. Okay, I'm just confused. I know you requested a free one. I'm doing a free reading right now. You haven't paid for anything, so I'm confused why you keep saying that. This card that I just said was a card for you. If you didn't hear that message that I just shared with you, you might want to go back and rewind that so you can hear it. But anyhow, this is a time of nourishing your mind, body, and soul in any way, shape, or form that you need to. Connection with the moon could be something that would be very significant for you. Getting out and moon gazing, just like you would sun gaze. You stare up at the moon. You ask the moon to give you any kind of codes, any kind of information that you may be needing at this time, or what have you. BB, I got you, honey. You'll be after Gina. And Carmelia, got you. Gina, everybody is seeing your text, honey. I'm not for sure why you're asking that. I'm literally talking to you and telling you that I'm doing your reading right now. Do you not hear me giving you your reading? I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on here. I see your text. I'm giving you a free reading right now. I am so confused why you keep saying that. Miss Priscilla, how are you, honey? Carmelia, I've got you on the list. Priscilla, got you on the list. And I am still doing Gina's free reading right now. Okay, do I continue with these cards or no? Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. Okay, Gina, this is still for you. Again, if you didn't hear that message that I've been giving you, yes, honey, I see your request. I'm literally in the process of doing your reading right now. Please go back if you didn't see it. Let's see, where was I? Did I forget somebody? Louise, how you doing, honey? I got you on the list after Priscilla. Wait a minute. Okay, so finishing up with Gina. Let's see what other messages they have for Gina in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please. For Gina in love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please. For Gina. Give me 2 more shuffles, please, for Gina. So the more that you pay attention to what your body is asking you to do, you know, by not putting things into or onto your body that make you feel or make you feel like it's not really supposed to be there. If your body is just giving you some sort of indicator not to put it onto your body or into your body, please pay attention to it and make sure that you're listening. There is an energy of accepting something as it is at this time. The more that you accept things as they are now, the more balance and harmony you're going to feel in your life. I am filling one more card here, which is time to share of your gifts, talents, skills in some way, shape, or form. This may be a time of you going through a heart awakening where you're starting to see exactly what kind of skills, gifts, and talents you have and how they're meant to be shared with the world. The more that you share these gifts, skills, and talents, the more balance and harmony that you're going to feel in your life. There may be an energy of Christ consciousness. You may be awakening to Christ consciousness, which is a higher consciousness, something that is more like in the knowing, more aware. It's an energy of forgiveness, of compassion, of non-judgmental energy, things of that sort. But you're really being asked to share yourself in some way, shape, or form right now with the world, through your skills, gifts, talents, something of that sort. You may even be being prepared to share these things. Maybe you don't know exactly what these gifts, skills, or talents are, and this is something that they're starting to show you. But either way, take it how it resonates. I am a warrior. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Gina. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Guys, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can receive notifications when I go live next or when I'm making new videos and upload them. I've got BB, Carmelia, Priscilla, and Lois. Okay, let's see here. Saren, how are you doing, honey? Saren. Guys, if you're not aware, 2 cards are free, 4 for $7 or 9 for $20. Make sure that if you're paying for one of the paid readings that you make that payment and come back and tell me how many cards you paid for, please. Thank you. All right, moving on. BB, this is going to be for you. Let's see here. BB, this message is for you, honey. Right now, I've got BB, Carmelia, Priscilla, Lois, and Saren on the list. What messages do you have for BB, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for BB. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self for BB. I don't know if you're somebody who's meant to be a motivational speaker or if you have a lot of things to express with your voice, but I keep seeing you talking. I keep seeing people listening to you. So I don't know exactly what you're meant to do, but there's something about sharing your spiritual knowledge, spiritual teachings with others. Maybe this is a time of you really coming into like your personal power and really knowing exactly how to share yourself with others. This is a time of your divine knowledge coming through and being able to be shared. So, yeah, this is a really good card to have. It makes me feel like you're really on top of something. There's something that is meant to be shared with others. You know exactly how to share it, when to share it, who to share it with, type of deal. And it's now time to do so. I do see the color yellow, which makes me feel like there's confidence, courage, creativity, communication. Archangel Gabriel is working with you at this time and helping you with those things. So you may feel a big presence around you, a jokester type of energy, that type of energy that makes you just feel like all light and floaty and very, very happy or what have you. What other messages do you have, please, for BB? Thank you. The next message is a message of blossoming and blooming. This is a time when you're coming into your power, into your strength. You're showing people, look, I've got this. I've got what it takes. You know your worth and value, and now it's time to share that with others. This is a time of feeling really, really good, on top of things, feeling like, even when there's times when you feel like you want to give up, you're not giving up. You're pushing through. Regardless, you're going to push through. I'm also feeling like I don't know, there's something about people around you really observing you and seeing you shifting and changing. And I feel like there's a lot of people around you that are really wondering how you got to where you got to, and now they're looking for you for the answer. So there's something that you need to share. Maybe it's your experience, strength, and hope on how you got there, or how you're doing what you're doing, or whatever it may be. This may be a time of delegating some of your tasks to other people. Maybe you have a lot going on. Maybe you're one of those people that say yes to others and now it's time to say no. What Spirit is saying is, there comes a time in our life when we need to ask for help, and it's okay to ask for that help. And sometimes it's just because we are really, getting our life in order and things are starting to align for us. And sometimes we just don't have enough time, energy, or whatever it may be to be able to get to what we need. So asking for help instead of, not, it's almost like not depleting your own energy. Ask for that help so that you can stay in a good energy. I hope that makes sense to you. I feel like I was a little bit lost for words there. Tyler, how you doing, honey? Are you wanting a reading tonight? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ahead of you if you're wanting a reading. I got you. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I almost picked those up. Okay, BB, your I am affirmation. I am successful in all that I do. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. I've got Carmelia, Priscilla, Louise, Saren, and Tyler, if Tyler is wanting a reading. Yes, absolutely. They can change, not just depending on the stage that you're in, but by things that you're going through, situations, thoughts that you may be having, or Shalitha, how you doing, honey? I got you right after Tyler. You're number 23, but I am on number 18. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ahead of you. Let's see. Shalitha. Okay, got you on there. All right, moving on. I am moving on to Camellia. Which cards do I go to for Camellia, please? Which cards do I go to for Camellia, please? Thank you. Camellia, this is going to be for you, hun. What messages do you have for Camellia, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Camellia. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Camellia. In love, romance. There could be some sort of boundaries that you set at some time, or maybe even walls that have been put up in some way, shape, or form at some part of your life and sometime in your life, and now it's time for you to take these walls down. It's almost like this is time for you to trust that the things that you're going through is exactly what you're meant to go through. The things that are shifting and changing needs to shift and change so that you can be in a better energy. It's almost like you feel like there's a lot of things that are going on that maybe you don't have the answers to. Maybe you don't have the know-how. Maybe you just feel like you're stuck in some sort of energy. But what I am feeling is that is starting to shift and change. The more that you get outdoors, the more that you start hanging around with other people, the more that you start, getting away from just hanging inside your home, or maybe even in putting all of your all into a career. Spending some time outdoors in nature, spending time alone even, is going to be very beneficial. There's something that you may be feeling like you're being passed up for. Maybe you feel like you're running out of time, and what Spirit is saying is you need to slow down a little bit, realize that you're not running out of time. You don't have to go at it all at once. You don't have to hurry. You're not going to be passed up for this, whatever this is. If you feel like you're alone right now, there's a reason for that. This is because Spirit is giving you this alone time so that you can reflect on some things that need to change. some things that you need to put time and energy into or what have you. But spending time in nature is really going to be beneficial. You may even want to take the time to sun gaze, is what I am hearing. Sun gazing brings in a lot of clarity, could also help you to receive some sort of healing codes that you need at this time. Some sort of shifting or changes to your DNA that you may need also could happen through sun gazing, so make sure that you're doing that. Okay, there may be somebody in your life that is playing a victim role, or maybe trying to make you feel as if they are a victim of some sort, or maybe this is you feeling like you're a victim. And as I'm pulling more into this energy, this may be an energy from the past. This may be an energy where you've had to clear a lot of things that have to do with, being a victim. Maybe you've went through a lot of abuse or a lot of hurt, pain, trauma, or whatever it may be. And now these energies are starting to clear. They're clearing because you have taken the time to look at them. If you're not taking the time to look at them, then this is an energy saying that you need to do so. But I really feel like this is saying that you've already taken the time to look at these energies that you need to heal. And now it's about taking the time to heal them. There is a message of something speeding up, and however, you're getting reminded as this energy speeds up to take time to rest, recuperate, relax as you need to relax. Your body may be going through a lot of shifts and changes that may be affecting you energetically. So, take that how it resonates with you. But I feel like you're going to need to rest a little bit. And that might even be what you're doing right now. You might be resting now, and that might be why you're feeling like you're alone or being left behind for something, but you're not. Whatever you're putting time and energy into, whether it's rest or moving forward or spending time in nature, these are all things that being in the now moment, being present with things that are happening in your life is exactly what you need. I am courageous. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I've got Priscilla next, then Louise, Saren, Tyler, and Shalitha. I am going to have Shalitha as my last reading tonight. I am starting to get really tired. So anyhow, I hope that you guys have already subscribed. If you haven't yet, hit the follow button. Make sure that you're doing so, hitting the notification bell so that you're getting notifications when I go live or when I upload new videos or what have you. I've got Priscilla next, Louise, Saren, Tyler, and Shalitha. Shalitha will be my last person tonight. Which messages do I need? Which cards do I go to for the messages for Priscilla, please? Which cards do I go to for Priscilla, please? I'm seeing two different decks. Which ones do I use first, please? Thank you. Okay, Priscilla, this is going to be for you, hun. What messages do you have for Priscilla, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Priscilla. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Priscilla. In love, romance, finance. Thank you. This is a pretty big time of transformation for you. I feel like your energy in the past several months been all over the place, feeling a little bit scattered, feeling like things have been turned upside down. You may have came to this part in your life where you're really starting to re-question everything all over again. What do you want for your life? How do you get it? What kind of things need to change? What you need to accept? But I really feel like you've already been going through this over and over and over again. So this is like a new cycle that's restarting within a spiritual journey that you're on. However, these transformations are bringing in a lot of new energy. This new energy has to do a lot with having to look at things that bring up frustrations and anger. There may be conflicts or people within your life that could be causing something to be stirred up. Something is being triggered in you. But however, as these things are starting to be triggered in you, you're starting to learn that you don't have to respond. You don't have to fight back, that you can stand up for yourself in ways that are respectful, ways that are not as lower vibrating energies as what maybe others are pushing out towards you. There may be some things from your past that are coming to the surface to be healed, things that have to do with a connection with somebody. This could be a masculine energy. I am seeing a face of a male, so this could be like a father figure, a husband, a brother, a son, it doesn't really matter. It could be all of the above that they're trying to say, but there's definitely these energies that have been in the past triggered you quite a bit to have to take a look at something that needed to heal. Whatever this was that needed to heal, it's something that now you're kind of getting like a heads up on it. It's something that you feel more empowered by. It's like you took the time to pull your power back from these people, places, things, or situations, and now you're kind of feeling a little bit more, I don't know, on top of things. It's almost like you have a lighter energy about you, and now it's making you want to take a look at other things that you can heal so that you can feel even lighter. So make sure that you're doing so as you feel led to do that. Let me get you one more card here, Priscilla. What other messages do you have for Priscilla, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Thank you. The next message that is coming out is a message of trust, patience, loyalty. This is also a message saying that you're safe. So, even if you feel like there could be people that would attack you because you're healing something, or maybe, I don't know. I just get this feeling of like attacks, attachments, attacks. So this could be something that you've went through before or something of that sort. And Spirit's saying this is not something that you have to go through again. 411. You may want to look that number up on Sacred Scribes, but there's something about something that you went through before that you're fearful that you may go through again. But this is Spirit's way of saying you're not going to go through it. This is an old energy of the past. You've changed this, you've transformed it, and now we're moving into new energy, lighter energy. I got Louise, Saren, Tyler, and Shalitha will be my last person. I am beautiful. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Much love. Which cards do I go to for Louise, please? Which cards do I go to for Louise, please? Okay, Louise, you get my marijuana deck tonight. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry that you're going through that, Priscilla. I hope that that gets better for you, honey. Much love to you. Louise, this message is going to be for you. What messages do you have for Louise, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from Spirit or Higher Self, please, for Louise. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from Spirit or Higher Self, please, for Louise. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from Spirit or Higher Self, please, for Louise. What messages? Thank you. Okay, there's an energy of passion, of fire, something being ignited. This could be that you're gaining some sort of perception that is of a higher consciousness, a higher state of awareness. Whatever this energy is that it's referring to, this passionate energy, it's an energy that the more time and energy you put into this passion, the more you feel joy, the more you feel happiness, the more that you feel light or lighter. Yeah. You're really connected with your higher self or highest self. Maybe you're in this energy of learning how to connect with the energy of oneness, the I am presence, the God aspect, the God spark within. One of the things that I am seeing is that you're very connected with your Akashic records or internal knowings. These internal knowings are bringing you to this place of being in one of the highest timelines that you've ever been in. So this is a place that brings in a lot of really, really good energy. 7-11, you may want to look that up on Sacred Scribes. If you're not already in this energy, this is something that you're moving into. The need for connection through prayer, meditation, and intention. Asking through prayer and intention on your highest self, your higher self, showing you what you need to know, what you need to learn, what you need to experience at this time. And then, as you're seeing these things through meditation, it's going to give you an indicator on what this new timeline is all about, how to go about, being all toes in. And why I'm saying that is because a lot of times we have part of ourself in the old timeline, part of ourself in the new timeline. It's almost like there's things that we can't let go of. However, some sort of perception is helping you to see something a little bit different. It's changing something, which is giving you a little bit more passion to go towards what it is that you desire. Or what this new timeline brings for you. I feel like you've been somebody that's gotten a lot of visions or a lot of clarity on what your next steps are. However, perceptions are changing and they're evolving even more so now than they were before. So you may feel like there's a lot of rapid changes, a lot of having to make decisions very quickly. However, your intuition, your discernment of spirit is right on. So make sure that you're listening to it, taking the suggestions of your heart, because they know exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, and how to go about it. So make sure that you're listening to those things. 1212 is a number that's coming out for you, so you may want to look that up on Sacred Scribes. I am unconditional love. I am ascending to Christ consciousness. That is that consciousness that is a higher consciousness. It's one that is passionate, unconditional loving, compassionate, forgiving. That energy of healing and being like Christ was. So a lot of supernatural experiences could be happening for you, or maybe you're tapping in to like gifts and abilities that have to do with like spiritual connection. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. Guys, I am not taking any more readings tonight, honey. I have already got all my list full. I am getting ready to do Saren. Then I have Tyler, and Shalitha will be my last person tonight. I am going live tomorrow on TikTok. So if you guys want to come over there and see me on TikTok tomorrow, I would appreciate it. If not, I understand. Sorry, guys. I appreciate you understanding, though. Have a good night, Latoya. Much love to you, honey. Okay, Saren, this next message is going to be for you. Which cards do I go to for Saren, please? Which cards do I go to for Saren? Thank you. What messages do you have for Saren, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from Spirit of Higher Self, please, for Saren. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages. Messages from Spirit of Higher Self, please, for Saren. What messages do you have for Saren, please? Okay, so there's an energy of hope, an energy of light, hope, and brightness being brought into a situation. However, as I'm starting to talk, I feel like my voice is being held back. So it's like somebody has something to say, but they're being held back from saying it. However, whomever this person is that is being held back from saying something that needs to be said, eventually they're going to have their time. But right now, I feel like there's just this energy of hope and waiting and having some sort of patience and in a situation. Let me see what other messages come out. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. I am feeling like there's emotion surrounding this star card here. Whatever this message is about, I feel like it has to do with connection. However, I feel like this connection may be something that is not completely together, not completely aligned. There's almost like there's some sort of questioning, or maybe, I don't know. I feel like there's an energy of like holding something back. Questioning and holding something back. Yes, they're saying. What other messages do you have, please, for Saren in love, romance, finance, thank you. Okay, so whatever this is revolving around this person, this is something that is meant to be. It's something that was written in the stars. It is something that was, it's fated or a destined type of plan. Okay, this is something where Spirit is saying, there is a lot that goes with this. Just because something is destined doesn't mean that it's going to be yours right away. There may be some things that you need to learn, things that you need to go through, or vice versa with this other person. But I do feel like you need to hold on to hope, and you need to hold on to trust in the process, because there is a process that goes along with whatever this is that it's referring to. I feel like this process has to do a lot with clearing out the emotional body. So there may be some things from your past, somebody else's past, that may be involved, that may need to be looked at. There's some sort of partnership. I don't know if you're getting ready to partner up with somebody in a business, or if this is partnership with like a friend or a lover, but there's some sort of partnership. And again, this is something that is destined to be. This is something that was written in the stars, but I feel like there's still some things that haven't been worked out. There's something that is still at play that, I don't know. There's ins and outs that just have not been, yeah. It's almost like somebody's putting on a fake show. There's something about them that is not truthful or not honest, or maybe, somebody is holding something back, is what I'm getting. I just keep feeling like the emotions has something to do with why something is being held back. Something is not being said. Something is not being done. There's something about the emotions, and it may not be anything that has to do with your emotions. It may be something that has to do with somebody else involved. Again, I'm feeling partnership. It could be with a career partner or a lover or a friend, or, what have you. But there's something that is not being presented in a truthful way or in a truthful light. However, I do feel like something is about to be renewed. Something is about to be revamped or restarted. And I'm feeling like a reset. So you may just see some sort of shift within this connection or within this, but it may just be because you're renewing yourself. There's something about you that you're seeing differently, and you're shifting and changing, and it may be due to this connection. I feel like there's some sort of indicator. You're getting some sort of indicator of what you should be doing or shouldn't be doing, what you should say or shouldn't say, and things of that sort. So make sure that you're being still when you need to be still, move when you need to move, be silent when you need to be silent, and speak when you need to speak. I am talented and gifted. I was meant to stand out. I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Tyler, this message is going to be for you. Rebranding. Oh, sweet. That's about the only thing I didn't say, rebranding. Awesome. Much love to you, Saren. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, hun. Tyler, if you're still here, this reading is going to be for you. And is this the real Tyler's Tarot? Because I watch him quite often. If it is, how cool is that he came to my channel? Tyler's Tarot. It does look like it is actually him. I don't know. Okay, Tyler, if you're here, this is for you. If not, I hope that you come back and watch it. Which cards am I going to for Tyler, please? Thank you. Okay, Tyler, this message is going to be for you, hun. What messages do you have for Tyler, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Tyler. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Tyler. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Tyler. Love, romance, finance. Am I supposed to take all of these? Yes or no? I heard yes, so let's see. Okay, so you had a lot of cards that came out, and this makes complete sense to me. So you have a calling that's been put on your life. This is a calling where you're meant to share your experience, strength, and hope with other people. You already have been sharing something about yourself with others. However, there's more to be shared. This is a time for you to step up and bring more to the table. It's almost like there's something that needs to shift and change. There's something even greater about you that you need to share with others, and this is the time to share it. You are a starseed. You're somebody who has a double mission here on life on planet Earth. So you're somebody who came from another planet or many planets who has went through this evolution process over and over and over again, and now you're coming back to remember who you are, where you came from, what you're meant to do here, and how you're meant to do it. And I feel like you already got a hands on what you're supposed to be doing and how to do it. However, there's something else that is awakened in you, or has been awakening in you and preparing you for this time that is to come. One of the things that I am seeing is that you're meant to serve others by being truthful and honest and your authentic self, however that looks to you. Make sure that you're doing that. There is definitely some weight that you're carrying right now. This could be having to take care of other people. Or maybe there's situations that you're in at this time where you're having to use a lot of your energy. So what this is saying is, it's okay for you to say no and ask for help, or to delegate things to other people so that you don't have to do it all. There may be some boundaries that you need to set with other people, places, things, and situations. If I don't do this or that, or reach this goal, then I'm not going to do this. Have some sort of boundaries with yourself, but also set boundaries with others. These are boundaries with others that are pulling on your energy and expecting either too much or a lot of you. Anyhow, big picture energy just means exactly what it's saying. Think big, create big, have this energy about you that is not afraid to go after what you want and not afraid to work hard to get there. However, I do feel again that this is referring to going back to delegating things to other people to help you with at this time as you're growing and expanding. One of the things that they're asking you to be mindful of is the places where you're being led. You're being led to other places, maybe other cities, states, people's houses. Maybe this is in different directions with your career path. Either way it goes, be okay with the places that you're being led at this time. These are places that you're needed. Your energy is needed. Your love, your light, your know-how, your whatever is definitely needed at this time. And Spirit is saying, you're going to be guided into many different directions. And if you're worried about the finances being there, don't. It's going to be there. You're actually in this energy of financial security, financial freedom, and becoming very independent. One of the things that I'm seeing right here is that you're deeply connected with Spirit, but even that connection with Spirit is deepening as we speak. There's going to be a lot of memories, maybe deja vu moments, maybe memories that are coming through, like nighttime dreams or daydreams of things that you're supposed to be starting or finishing right now. So make sure that you're putting action into those things. These are things that are going to repeat over and over and over again until you just know that you're supposed to be going in that direction. There's definitely a lot of shifting and changing when it comes to your spiritual life. There are some things that maybe you wasn't aware, sensitivities or some sort of senses that are open that you wasn't aware that are open. I mean, you already know that you're somebody who is very connected with your intuition, discernment of spirit, claircognizance, clairsentience, telepathy, but even those can go to a deeper state of being. So I feel like this is what it's referring to for you. 212. Look that up on Sacred Scribes. Let me see. Can somebody put in the comments the @ and then Tyler's Tarot so he can see that he had a reading on here in case he's not here to receive this reading? I am a warrior. I hope that you got something out of your reading, Tyler. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Shalitha, you are going to be my last reading tonight. Yes, I love it. He is one of my favorite readers. It's been a while since I've been on his channel, probably a couple months now, but I hope that he gets to see his message and that I did some justice for him. Okay. Thank you, Priscilla, for doing that for me, honey. Hopefully he'll see that. Okay, Shalitha, this is going to be for you. Which cards will I go to for Shalitha, please? Shalitha, which cards will I go to for Shalitha, please? Thank you. Okay, Shalitha, this is going to be for you, honey. Let me get a drink real quick. I'm seeing 2 different decks, so I'm going to get both of them out just so I don't forget. What messages do you have for Shalitha, please? In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Shalitha. In love, romance, finance, ascension messages, messages from spirit or higher self, please, for Shalitha. So I don't know what this message is that is coming out, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody jump rope, like exercising and using a rope as like a jump rope and jumping and getting some sort of exercise. So this may be an indicator of jumping through some sort of hoops to get to the other side. It could also be referring to the need for exercise, but I really felt like when I said that first message that it was resonating with me quite a bit. So take it how it resonates with you, but there's definitely this energy of seeing a jump rope, somebody being serious about this jump roping too. It's almost like there's a serious face. There's not a smile. There's just somebody's getting to it. It's almost like hard work, dedication, pushing through the sweat and tears type of energy is what I'm feeling. Give me 3 more shuffles, please, for Shalitha, please. 1 for Shalitha. For Shalitha, please. Thank you. Yeah, there's some sort of energy that you need to push through at this time. This could be an energy that has to do with, you know, something that you're overthinking about, something that you're putting a lot of your logical thinking into instead of your heart thinking. Either way, even if you're not in your logical thinking and, you know, it's just more of like racing thoughts that this is referring to. Either way it goes, you're meant to push through. Don't take no for an answer. Don't give up yet. You know, don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle happens. Even through your sweat, tears, and just these feelings of wanting to give up. This is a message saying, please don't do that. Don't give up yet. Keep going. The next message is that you have an energy of God on your side. You may even have a lot of support from like a father figure or from masculine energies in your life. If you don't feel like you have support yet, this is support that's coming through for you. One of the things that I am seeing is that you need to lean on and call on support from your highest self, from source God, the angels. You know, the angels are unemployed until we start asking them to help us with our free will choices. So make sure that if there's choices that you have to make at this time when it comes to pushing through in some sort of energy, that you're asking your angels to help guide you through those things. I am feeling the bottom, which is 10 of Hearts, which is all about, you know, resting when rest is needed. But it really is a message of some sort of time to sit alone, pondering, contemplating different things that are happening in your life, really taking some sort of time to review your life and, you know, see, you know, what goals you had, what goals you've accomplished, what you still need to accomplish, what you need to do to change to be able to accomplish these goals, and so on and so forth. I do feel like you don't want to take too much time on waiting before you start putting action into something, but make sure that you're thinking about it, praying, meditating, seeing which steps you need to take, and then take those steps. Again, pushing through even when you don't feel like it. I was told to use these other cards for you, so I am going to do so. Okay, guys, this is my last reading tonight. If you didn't get a reading tonight, please make sure that you're subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you can be notified when I do go live next. I will be going live tomorrow on TikTok. If you're interested in a reading there, please come and follow me on TikTok. It is Unique Me 303 Healing. Okay, so Mother Mary is coming through and saying that, you know, have faith that your prayers are going to be answered, because this is a card of answered prayers, miracles happening, things changing that you could at least expect to change, and having better results in these things that are changing for you. So that's a good message. I am courageous. Okay, I hope that you got something out of your reading, hun. Much love to you. Thank you for being here and being of support. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, hun. Much love to you. Okay, guys, if you didn't get a reading tonight, I apologize. I have done 23 readings, so please look for me tomorrow on TikTok. If not, look for me the next day here live on YouTube. I hope that everybody has a wonderful evening. Much love to you guys. Bye. You're very, very welcome, Louise. Much love to you, honey. Have a great evening, guys.